Okay, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing this shop my stash for May. It's kind of hard to believe that it's already the end of May. I really wanted to do a cool toned smoky eye. It's so on trend and I'm just trying to be hip with the time. So yeah, that's what I wanted to do today, and I don't know, I just really feel like that's what I want to do. I'm just priming with my Makeup Forever Step 1 Mattifying Primer. I've actually already filmed this video. The file that I filmed, or the file on my camera got corrupted or something. I don't know what that means, but it wouldn't import and it wouldn't show up. So I was like, well, I guess I'll go fuck myself and refilm this. So here we are, but I really did like the look that I did, so I wanted to definitely do it again. And it's unfortunate because the video was supposed to go up yesterday, but our air conditioning has been broken. And it's been 30 degrees, so I haven't really been able to put any makeup on, let alone film recently, because it's been so hot. And maybe for people who live in warm climates, that's normal for you, but for my Caucasian ass, it's hot. So I've not been thriving, but today's a bit cooler, and I think we're supposed to have someone come and fix it today, so hopefully that all gets sorted out. For foundation, I'm going to use my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation because I really enjoy this and I haven't used it in a while, and I'm going to mix it with my L'Oreal True Match Lumi Glotion. I'm just gonna dot this everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to do my brows. I'm just gonna do soap brows, and that's not really necessarily interesting or part of the video, so I'm going to just do those off camera and then reconvene with you. Okay, so my brows are on and I've primed my eyes and set them already. So when I was going through my eyeshadow for this video, I realized that I actually don't have that many cool tones, which is something that I would love to rectify. So if you have any cool toned eyeshadow palette recommendations, let me know. But the palette that seemed most appropriate was actually the Urban Decay Original Naked palette. This my grandma actually gave me for Christmas, I think in 2019, so it's new to me. And I was like, you know what, this is kind of weirdly appropriate because I don't have this, and it feels like, I don't know, something that I'd like to have. Anyway, so I'm going to start with the shade Naked, and I'm just going to run this through my crease. And when I was doing my foundation, I was thinking about the things that I talked about the last time I filmed this video. I got vaccinated, which is really exciting. They just opened up vaccinations on the 14th, on May 14th, for people, I think, under 25. And so we got them. I got my first dose on Saturday, and today's Tuesday. And I didn't have any, actually none of us, my girlfriend didn't have any side effects either. We had a sore-ish arm, but it really lasted maybe a day. And then it wasn't bad at all. Otherwise, we felt totally normal. We got Pfizer if anyone's interested or curious. And yeah, I just say that because I know if anyone is concerned or apprehensive about getting their vaccine, if you're in a country that hasn't widespread giving them out yet, which is kind of crazy because I feel the States, everyone seems to be vaccinated, but in Canada we're a little bit slower. But yeah, so I just thought I'd put that out there because I know there's been a lot of accounts, or not accounts, but I don't want to say stories because I'm not trying to say that people made it up, but people have just been reporting like some bad side effects, so I just thought I'd give my good experience in case anyone was wondering. So yeah, I'm really excited. My second dose is for September 11th, so I have a little bit of time to wait, but I'm happy to finally have gotten it, for sure. So if you can get vaccinated, because that's the only way herd immunity is gonna work. Okay, so now I'm going to take the shade Buck, and I'm going to just run that through my crease in my outer corner. Oh, I think I also talked about how I think I've mentioned before how I don't like really watch shows. Like, I watch shows with my girlfriend like in the evening or whatever, but like if I'm alone, I don't like really watch shows anymore by myself, because the time that I typically would have watched something, I now watch things with her now that we're living together and all that stuff. And I also just like don't have the motivation to like keep up with TV shows alone. I don't know, I like really run out of steam. But I've recently been watching Real Housewives, specifically Real Housewives of New Jersey, and it's so fucking good. Oh my god, I love shitty TV shows. Like, reality TV is like my favorite genre of TV ever. Well, kind of. If I'm not gonna watch, my favorite shows are, for reference, Hannibal, American Horror Story, and Killing Eve. I also really like Fringe, but I haven't watched that in a long time. I really loved that in high school, but I just don't have anywhere to watch it. But yeah, so those are like kind of the types of shows that I like to watch. But if I'm not watching a show like that, then I'm watching trashy reality TV. And I'm watching Real Housewives of New Jersey, and it's so fucking good. I think it started filming in 2008. And so you never know how things like that are gonna hold up, but like when I tell you this shit fucking holds up, like it's so entertaining and I can't stop watching it. Like, I'm using all of my free time and sometimes my time that shouldn't be free. And it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I've also watched Salt Lake City, but there's only one season. My girlfriend really loves Atlanta, so I might watch that next, but I'm on season 4 of Real Housewives of New Jersey. For reference, if anyone's watched it, and shit's fucking going down. I love Teresa. She's such a fucking nut job, but I love her so much. So that's what I've been doing. We've also been watching Dexter, which is really surprisingly good. It was something that I always wanted to watch and then I just never did. But now we're watching it together and we've been flying through it. It feels like you can tell that it was shot in like 2004, like you know immediately, but it's fucking twisty and turny, man. If you like shows about like serial killers or crime shows, would recommend. Okay, so now to deepen my crease up a little bit more, I'm going to take the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette, and I'm going to take this dark gray shade. It's called Walzana, and I'm just going to use that to deepen up my outer corner of my crease a little bit more. I really like this, the last time I did it, this shade, like this dark gray, to deepen things up. But yeah, if you guys have any cool toned palettes that you love, I would really be interested. I like cool tones. I don't have any problem with cool tones. I just like don't have an abundance of them, so I don't find that I do them a lot. But I really want to get the Melt Mary Jane palette, even though it's so fucking expensive. Like, I don't really know how Melt gets away charging so much money for their palettes, but it looks so beautiful. And I also really am interested in the Natasha Denona Glam palette, which is also not fucking cheap. So for all over my lids, I'm going to go into the Lunar Beauty Moonspell palette, and I'm going to take the shade Mary. It's this really beautiful metallic taupey shade. Just going to give that a spray and just put that all over my lid. It's so, I just love a cool tone shimmer. I feel like I really need more. Okay, so now I'm just going to take a little bit of that dark gray shade again and just run that over the edges of the shimmer. Just to blend it out a little bit, and then I'm going to take the Buck shade and just also run this over the front of my eye. And transition this onto the lid a little bit. And then I'm going to deepen up my outer corner. Okay, and then I'm going to take the Mary shade on my finger and intensify this on my lid, because this is really, like, fingers are the best way for these types of shades in the Lunar Beauty palette. I also, speaking of cool toned palettes, really want the Lunar Beauty Eternal Eclipse palette, I think. Those are like my top 3 cool tone palettes that I want. Alas. Okay, and so just to use the palette that's in front of me, I'm going to take the shade Virgin from the Naked palette, and I'm going to just take a little bit of this and put that on my brow bone. And just blend it out a little bit. And then lastly, I'm just going to take the Naked shade, so the shade that I used initially, and just run this all along the edge. Nice, okay. For concealer, I'm going to go and use my Maybelline Fit Me, because I'm not really feeling anything too heavy. And then I'm going to spot conceal using the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. And then I'm just going to powder my face, but I'm just going to do that off camera because that's also not the point of the video and probably not that interesting, so I'll be right back. Okay, so let's just finish up my lower lash line. If you are curious, everything that I used on my face will be in the description box below. Now I'm just going to take the shade Buck, and I'm just going to run that all along my lower lash line and blend it out. And then I'm going to take that dark gray shade and deepen up my lower lash line. And then I'm going to take the Naked shade, the first shade that I use, and just use that to blend everything out. Then for my inner corner, I'm actually going to take this Kiko Long Lasting Wet and Dry Use eyeshadow in the shade 200. It's this really beautiful, like, taupey, lighter taupey shade. And I'm gonna take that, give that a little spray, and then put that on my inner corners. And it's a little bit darker, but I really like the way that it looks. All right, and that is the eyes pretty much done. So now I'm going to contour a little bit using my Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting powder in medium. And then for bronzer, I'm going to use the Tarte Park Avenue Princess Bronzer. This is just a little like sample that I'm trying to use up, and I'm getting pretty close. Okay, so now I'm going to spray my face. I'm going to use the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. For highlighter, I'm going to use another OG product. I'm going to use the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Pearl. I haven't used this, well, I used it I guess the last time I filmed, but I wanted something more neutral, and I was like truly shopping my stash. But I also realized that I don't know if this quite gives me what I want anymore. I don't know why. It's pretty, but there's something about it that is a little bit lacking for me. But it also could just be quite old. For blush, I'm going to use the Burt's Bees blush in Toasted Cinnamon. This, first of all, I'm like almost hitting pan on it. I use this a lot. And I thought that I wanted, even though this is like a little bit of a warmer tone to like a bronzier blush, I wanted something that wasn't going to be like super pink, or that was just a little bit more like neutral in terms of like blush. Okay, and then finally I'm going to do some freckles. I'm just using the Kimchi Chic Beauty freckle product. Okay, and so that's pretty much it. I'm just going to hop off camera, do liner, put my lashes on, put something on my lips, and then I'll be back to conclude. Okay, you guys, and this is the finished look. I really like it. I feel really good. This is very like something I would have worn like 3 years ago, or 3 years ago. Like this was my go-to. I used to not wear a lip that was lighter than this. This is the Sephora Cream Lip Stain in the shade 21. This was like my go-to lip color. I still love it. Yeah, let me know what you think. Are you guys really into cool tones right now? I feel really great, and definitely and I definitely want to dabble more. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see from me, maybe in a future Shop My Stash or anything like that. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later.